L'était une petite poule grise qu'allait pondre dans l'église.
Hi friends! Today we're going to read The Cloth Lullaby, The Woven Life of Louise Bourgeois. Louise was raised by a river. Her family lived in a big house on the water
that wove like a wool thread through everything.
The river soil nurtured the garden,
where Louise and her family grew
geraniums, peonies, asparagus, cherry trees, apples and pears, purple tamarisk, pink hawthorn, and
sweet-smelling honeysuckle. Along its banks her father planted poplars.
Louise kept diaries of her days, and in a cloth tent pitched in the garden, she and her siblings would stay till the dark surprised them.
The light from the house and the sound from the Verdi opera, far away through the trees.
Sometimes they'd spend the night, and Louise would study the web of stars, imagine her place in the universe,
and weep, then fall asleep to the rhythmic rock of the murmur of the river water.
The river provided flowers and fruit, a lullaby, and a livelihood. Louise's family restored tapestries, art woven from wool, and wool loved by the rich waters, which cleansed and strengthened it, and allowed it to soak up the color. At the family's workshop, Louise's mother,
like her mother before her,
repaired fabrics,
grown threadbare with time. She loved to work in the warm sun, her needle rising and falling beside
the river, perfect, delicate spiderwebs,
glistening with caught drops of water above her.
And when Louise was 12 years old, she learned the trade too,
drawing in the missing fragments of the tapestries.
It was often the bottom of the fabric pictures that got the most wear,
and were in most need of repair, and so Louise became adept at drawing feet.
Drawing was like a thread in a spider's web.
Among tapestries neatly stacked like books in a library.
Louise's mother taught her daughter about the form and the color and the various styles and textures.
Some born elaborate patterns, others told stories.
She taught her about the wrap
and how to weave, the tools of their trade.
She taught her how to dye. Purplish red was made from crushed bugs, or yellow from plants.
Black wool came straight from the bears of the black sheep.
And that was milk. That's how you knew it was real. Louise's mother was her best friend. Deliberate, patient, soothing, subtle, indispensable, and as useful as any spider. Louise's father was not a restorer. He appreciated fine things. He bought Louise beautiful clothes from Parisian
department stores. He was always leaving, which made Louise so mad she threw herself into the river. Oh no!
Let's see what happens. That's very scary. He brought back clothes scraps from his travels,
and Louise's mother fixed them. Two halves of a cloth would find their way
back together again. Louise followed the river to Paris. Little did she know that one day soon her beloved river would be gone.
Filled in, flowing no longer with water, the wool loved,
but with cars on their way to the city. A memory. At the university, she studied mathematics. She liked subjects with stability and order, like geometry.
Stars were predictable, so too the sunrise, the setting of the moon. But she was deeply disappointed to learn that math, like life, is uncertain.
While she was still a student, her mother died. Louise was heartbroken. She felt abandoned and all alone, a thread broken. She abandoned math and the stars and turned to painting, applying the lessons she had learned so far to art.
The color blue pinches my heart.
She drew, she painted, she wove. She missed her mother so much she sculpted giant spiders, made bronze, steel, and marble.
Her mother was not unlike the spider, a repairer of broken things. If you bash into the web of a spider, she doesn't get mad. She weaves it and she repairs it.
Louise gathered all the fabrics of her life, all the dresses and the garments her father bought her,
all the bed linens, towels, tablecloths,
her new husband's handkerchiefs, and she cut it all up. And then she spent the rest of her life putting it back together again. She sewed, she stitched, she reworked, she wove. She stuffed stockings into crates, cloth sculptures, and figures. A mother and daughter.
She sewed colorful spirals and circular webs.
And she sewed smaller, sweeter spiders,
but woven of soft colored ribbons, others of cloth, delicate metal.
She made cloth drawings and cloth books, blank pages, napkins from her wedding.
She She made books about the hours of the day and the dawn of the rising sun, and the stars she once loved.
And because she did not want to forget a thing,
She made a book about forgetting.
weaving was her way of making things whole. With the remaining fabric of her life, Louise wove together a cloth lullaby. She wove the river that raised her.
Maternal pinks, blues, and watery hues.
She wove her mother's sewing in the sun.
The girl falling asleep beneath the stars, and everything she'd ever loved.
When she was done, all her spiders beside her,
she held the river again and let it rock her again. All right, goodbye everyone. Remember to stay safe and always read books.